Good morning, friends. It is Dory. I made a video yesterday, and as promised, I said that I would make a second video talking about, you can see my dog, talking about my Wegovy journey and what I have learned. Let me just fix my little camera here. And what I've learned and some tips and tricks that may be able to help you out on your journey if you are trying any of the weight loss injections. Really, I started on Saxenda, and then now I'm on Wegovy, the maintenance dose. I got a haircut, so I cut it a little short, looks a little thicker. I also tried a new shampoo called Monday. My 15-year-old daughter, we were at the store yesterday, and she bought herself some, so I bought myself some. Can't talk. Because I have I have my bathroom upstairs and she has hers downstairs. So she got it for her shower, I got it for my shower, and I love it. Anyhow, so if anybody's new here, my name is Dory. I am 51 years old. I am 5'4" tall, and on September 12th of 2016, I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy weight loss surgery. I had lost the majority of my weight with the surgery. I got down to about 160s and 70s for a few years, and then in October of last year, 2022, I was 182. Went to the doctor, wanted to talk to my primary care about weight loss injections. The one I was interested in at the time was Mounjaro, which I didn't know, but that was just for type 2 diabetes, and they had a very, very small supply. But Wegovy is FDA approved for weight loss. And so we were going to use that, but that was also on back order. So he started me on Saxenda. This channel originally started back in, I did my first video when I was fresh out of surgery, so almost 7 years ago. It started, of course, because it was to document my weight loss surgery journey. But then, as things progress and life happens and things happen, things kind of evolve in, that kind of a space. I do want to say, as I'm making this video, I haven't mentioned this yet, but you can go back in one of my videos. I did an egg fast with my very good friend Erica from Time to Shrink. We had lost contact over the last couple of years, really, since about COVID hit, about that time, a little bit after that. We were close prior to that. We did videos together. We talked a lot. She sent me gifts. I sent her gifts. We had each other's phone number. We would talk and text. And to my surprise, shock, she actually passed away on July 7th. Today is August 5th, I believe, August 6th. So she passed away almost a month ago. I found out by looking at Facebook and looking up her name on Facebook, and I saw her husband had posted. So for those of you who have watched this channel since way back when she also had vertical sleeve gastrectomy, and she was keto and cooked a lot, and she has a cookbook. She actually sent me the copy to proofread prior to her publishing it. Lots of memories with her. So that's not what this video is about, because I'm not going to go into the sad crying thing, but she had a lot of mental health issues that she was very open about. And so what I will say is, if anybody's struggling with mental illness, mental health, and you are thinking of harming yourself, please do not. Please reach out for help. Call a hotline, call a friend, send me a message. I will be glad to speak to you. So that is it. So I just wanted to let everybody know. I did post on my Instagram, but I hadn't talked about it on this channel. So I did want to mention that for those of you who knew her and loved her like I did. I thought that I should let you know. So let me move on now to why I'm making this video. So when I started Saxenda, it's a daily injection. Manjaro and Wegovy and the other kind are once a week injections, which is a lot easier to remember once a week than almost every day. Although I did well on Saxenda, it was a really good bridge till I waited for Wegovy to get into stock. As the time of this video, Wegovy also and Saxenda, and a lot of them are out of stock. It really depends on where you get it from. I have had no issues so far. I do a mail order pharmacy, and so I don't really have any issues getting it. I have 4 pens in my refrigerator now. Next week when I do 1 pen, I will just contact my mail order pharmacy and they will send me out 2 more 4-packs. I don't know how much longer I'll be able to be on it. I don't know that they will cover it once they update my weight and everything. So when I started the Saxenda, I was 182. I got down to 168 on Saxenda in January of this year, January 13th to be exact. I started Wegovy. I started at 0.5, then I went to 1.0, then I went to 1.7, and now I'm on the maintenance dose, which is 2.4. I skipped the 1.25, or the 2.5, because I was already on Saxenda on the full dose for several months. So I've been on this. So let me start. I'll go back to when I first started it. With Saxenda, I noticed that I was very tired and I was getting headaches and a little bit of nausea. I did not start the nausea right away on the 0.5. When I got to the 1.0, I started getting a little nauseous for the first day or two when I would go up on it. After I was on it for each time I was on it for 4 weeks, it got less and less, but the headaches still continued to happen. It normally would happen when I went to bed. I would go to bed and then wake up during the night with a headache. I would pop a couple of Excedrin migraine or the generic brand of Excedrin, and that would take it away by the time an hour or so went by. But that's what I noticed the most with Saxenda. When I finally got on the last dose of Saxenda, which I don't even remember that dosing schedule because it's different than the Wegovy. I think it's, I can't even guess. I think it's 2.0. I don't even know. But once I started the Wegovy, I still had the headaches. I still had the nausea, but then I had a ton of just feeling lethargic and tired all the time. I was, having caffeine and still being tired, waking up after a full night's sleep and still being tired. During the night in the beginning, I was not sleeping well, and so I ended up figuring out that taking like B vitamins or multivitamins and keeping up with your vitamins and supplements, that was a big game changer, as well as, which I still do now, and I have it probably, every couple of days, but Gatorade Zero or Powerade Zero, something without the sugar, I have been having that, and that has been a game changer. That has helped me. Sorry, my phone fell. And of course it was my dog's fault. Hang on, I'm gonna try that again. They jumped on the, hold on, I gotta put my, all right. They jumped on my deck and caused my phone to fall. Ugh. Hopefully that, I don't know what they did, but I may have to just hold it. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna hold it, but that's fine. But anyway, so that Gatorade was a game changer. It gave me the electrolytes that I needed. It also gave me the energy, or at least helped me not to feel tired and lethargic. And I think it was just because you're not eating a lot when you're on these drugs, because it is a huge appetite suppressant. Actually, let me see. This is crazy. What did you dogs do? Sheesh. But it is a huge appetite suppressant, and so that you know, you're not eating a lot, you're not getting a lot of the carbs that you need, you're not getting a lot of the protein in. And so that's why I think the Gatorade was a game changer. So I still use that. Probably every couple days I'll have like 2 small bottles of Gatorade or 1 big one, but nothing really more than that. And of course, I'm really trying to keep up with my electrolytes and my food intake. So, and the supplements help. So the things that I would tell you, some of the tips was, if you are doing the once a day, like Saxenda injection, I would do it when I got off of work about 3 o'clock. I work in the, I'm a paraprofessional in the school system. And so I would get off of work about, 2:45. And by the time I got home, it was like 2:55. I'd take my injection. So that way, if I felt tired or any kind of a side effect from it, then I was home and I had the rest of the night to kind of rest, so I didn't have really anything to really worry about. And then when I switched to the Wegovy, your pancakes are on the stove. When I switched to Wegovy, and that was once a week, I would do it on a Friday after school, so that way I had the weekend to recuperate in case anything happened. And so for me, that was fine. I didn't have any issues. So that would be the first tip I would tell you, is to take it on a day that maybe you have a couple of days in between before you go back to work or after work or something like that, because that would help you. If you're working overnight shift, as soon as you get home, take it. You'll sleep it off. Any kind of side effects right before bed is helpful as well. If you do have a lot of side effects, take it before bed, because you'll be sleeping and you'll sleep most of those side effects away. The other tip I would say is, in the beginning, if you do not feel appetite suppressant on the lowest dose when you first start, do not get afraid. Do not fear. That will happen. You will get what you need from the next dose, possibly. It might take a couple of weeks to get into your system. I know with Saxenda, it builds off each other the same way that Wegovy does. So it will build each week. It's just getting your body. The first couple of doses are really just to get into your body. The thing that I found that is besides the appetite suppressant, the next best thing is the food noise is gone. And food noise is something that not many people know it even exists until it's taken away. I had no idea this was a thing, but you think about food way too often. Like, you think about food, you want to know where your next meal is, you smell certain smells, and it just propels you into this thing where you think you're hungry, you think you're starving, you need to eat. You could have just eaten, but you need to eat, or you haven't eaten, but you're really not hungry, but it's all in your head. That's food noise. That woman in my head who would feed me that information is gone. She's silenced, doesn't even exist anymore. And so we definitely, that to me is those are the 2 game changers in this medication. If you are thinking of doing weight loss surgery, and you're thinking maybe I shouldn't get weight loss surgery and I should just try this Wegovy or Saxenda or anything, I would just say to you that you can try whatever you want to do in whatever order, but I just want you to know that these are 2 separate tools that you will always have in your tool belt for the rest of your life. So if Wegovy comes off the market for some reason, they stop manufacturing it, I do not get it anymore because I've reached this goal, any of those things, I always can fall back on the restriction from my surgery. I can always go back on to what I was taught by my surgeon and by my support group. And I always have that. That tool is always in my belt. I can pull that tool anytime I want. So if the appetite comes back, I can still pull the tools of eating slow, eating to your restriction works, things like that. Eating protein first, getting all your vitamins and nutrients in. I can always pull that. The thing I really, really, really love about Wegovy is that I don't have to pull from that toolbox. I can just benefit from that working by itself. I can just benefit from the appetite suppressant, and I can benefit from not having that food noise. Also, the thing that I really, really love is that because I've gotten so far down in weight, I'm 144. I was 142. I just fluctuate 144 to 142 and in between. But because I've gotten so far down, I'm now in the normal category for my BMI. But also, too, I feel like, I'm going to get plastic surgery. And, I may get down to 138, 140. But what I appreciate is I don't have any restriction on what foods I can eat now. I can eat anything I want, really, because I can't eat much of it. So I can eat crumble cookies. I can eat fast food if I wanted. Obviously, I want to do what's the best for my body because I want to live on this earth for a long time. So I'm not going to feed my body that junk. But I can have it if I want. And that's what I really appreciate is I'm at the point now where I don't have to watch what I'm eating. Like as far as, if I want a treat or I want this, there's really no, for the first time in my life, I'm enjoying that I can just have whatever. If I want to go to a Mexican restaurant, I'm going to go. If I want to have Chinese food, which just so you know, I used to eat Chinese food all the time, fried crab ragoons, egg rolls, the whole 9 yards. But I have not eaten Chinese food in almost 7 years. Actually, yeah, next month, about a week before my surgery, 7 years ago, is the last time that I actually had Chinese food. It's just, I don't know, it's a turnoff to me. But anyway, so, but what I'm saying is that you get to a point where you're able to just eat because you can't eat much of it. And so what I would say is the things that you can't, like the thing that helps you to stay in check with your food is that with weight loss surgery, and you guys who have had weight loss surgery will understand this, but with weight loss surgery, you cannot eat past a certain point or you will feel sick. You'll feel nauseous, or there's that restriction, and it just, all this stuff. Well, with Wegovy, what I've noticed is I get those things, but I actually get like sweats. Like I get like as if I'm in menopause and I'm getting these sweats, and I get like shaky and like as if I'm a diabetic and I haven't eaten. That's the feeling you get, and so you never want to get that feeling. You never want to cross that. And so I really appreciate that I know my limits. So let me just tell you some of the things, some of the tricks, some of the things that I eat that help me to get the protein. So I had always been eating like Too Good yogurt or some kind of Greek yogurt with no sugar, no carbs, like all of that. But now what I eat, because I can, is the Chobani flips. And so there's like, I don't know, there's cookie dough, there's Oreo, there's tons of different flavors, and I love them all. There's s'mores, there's salted pretzel, excuse me. And so I have one of those in the morning. Some days I'll wake up where I don't feel like eating, but other days I wake up and I'm starving. So I'll have one of those, and that's actually satisfying, and I'll be fine. Some days, if I'm busy, some days I might only eat, I'll have the yogurt, and then I'll eat maybe a little bit of a pre-made meal I might have made, or a cheese stick, or something like that. And then at night I might have maybe a protein bar, something like that, but I'm not eating a lot. Yesterday, for instance, I got up and I had one of those Chobani flips for like my breakfast, and then I ended up having we went to Chick-fil-A, so I got a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich, the deluxe, with the pickles and tomatoes and stuff on it. And I cut it in half, and I ate half, and I had a couple of French fries, the waffle fries. And then I had a couple of sips of my sweet tea, and that's all I had. Then I went on about my day, and then I got home, and then I had the other half of the sandwich, no fries or anything. And then I had another Flips yogurt, and that's all I ate yesterday. But I was satisfied, and I didn't I don't know, I didn't feel like I was sick or lethargic or anything. So that's basically what I'm eating. I'm not eating a whole lot. And some days I'm just not hungry at all. So the thing about the shots, now I'm not sure how it's going to go moving forward with how often I'm going to do it. I'm still doing it. I was doing it every 7 days. Then now I pushed it off to every 8 to 9 days. I'm not sure. I'm hearing people say that once you reach maintenance, you can do it like once every 2 weeks if you still have the effects of it, like the no food noise and the appetite suppressant. There's no reason to take it if you still have those. But I did do it yesterday. I was due for it on Friday morning, and I took it yesterday afternoon because I started to get like a little bit of the food noise back. And now today is Sunday. So now I won't take it till I'm supposed to be due for it next Saturday, but I think I'm probably going to wait until the following Monday because we're going on vacation. And I think if I take it on that Monday, it'll get through till I'm back from vacation. But anyway, so yeah. So that's a tip, about, if you don't have the food noise and you don't have to take it, don't waste it. Don't take it. You know what I mean? We're trying to, I know I'm starting to get into this ration mode because I'm thinking, oh shoot, what if it comes back? What if I get the food noise back? Some doctors, many doctors, I think 98% of doctors and the studies say that you should be on this for the rest of your life. Maybe every 2 weeks to 3 weeks, but for the rest of your life, because obesity is a chronic disease. And so if you can maintain without gaining, then you don't have to have it. But I think studies are showing that almost everybody, it gains some back. And some people gain it all back. So Daisy, dope. My dogs see the neighbor dog, but that's it for now. I'll see you guys later.